All right, welcome to Strong Voice. I'm here with
Scott, how you doing today?
You doing good, Scott? How you feeling today, bro?
I'm doing alright.
Today we're gonna be talking about pain. Now, Scott, what's the worst type of pain you ever felt in your life?
The worst type of pain I've ever felt was probably the last time I was in the hospital. It was a while ago, but I just remember it being very difficult. And for me, it was the worst pain I've ever felt. But in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't too unbearable. It was just, to me, that new experience, it was hard to get over. So once I recovered, I was grateful for not being in pain.
Right. See, I haven't really experienced so many painful things in my life, but I felt a lot of emotional pain. So that's what it's really about. Because is emotional pain worse or is physical pain worse? Because in my opinion, I think it's emotional.
Yeah.
But that comes down to certain things.
Amount.
like just imagine a saber-toothed tiger biting you. Now that's a pain. That's bad. That's really bad. So can you really measure pain? Like, is it worse than physical or is emotional worse?
Well, physical pain is a very touchy subject because it could range anywhere from, it's not an inconvenience per se, but very hurtful to beyond what your body's able to handle. It's so painful, you're not even feeling the full scope of it because your nervous system can't handle it. And once you get to that degree, it starts to push into the emotional category because now you're suffering mentally as well.
Right. Okay. So you're saying physical pain can turn into emotional pain?
Yes, it can.
I see. Because I haven't been in a predicament where I have so much pain, like physical pain, that it starts hurting my mentality.
Yeah.
But I could assume that would happen because imagine you're burning alive, and you start feeling now you're in your mind, you're thinking, you're like, oh my goodness, this is not good, I'm about to go, you can't get out
physically, but also mentally because you're feeling like time pass while you're in that great pain.
Right. So what is a great pain that you would never want to feel?
A great pain I would never want to feel is anything involving something sharp.
Oh, you're right. Sharp is
I deal
bad.
with needles all the time, and that's something I can manage because it's a quick poke or it's a certain feeling beneath the skin. But any form of blade, I just feel like it's too much for one person to go through.
Yeah, because if you didn't know, a stabbing
is a very intense experience.
It's way worse than there's a lot of things bad, but that's one of the worst things you can actually ever feel as a human being is being cut open. Because it's not
in a medicinal practice when the doctors do it, I'm sure it's under control. It still hurts, obviously, but when they give you medicine or they're doing it specifically so in ways that they don't hurt you as much versus it happening by accident or someone doing it to you, it's gonna hurt less.
Right. The ways the doctors do it, if you were awake, you would feel the most intense pain in the world. That would be one of the worst pains you ever feel. But it's so different from getting stabbed by some random dude on the street. Because he's not a doctor. He's going in forcefully, fast, and he's trying to cause damage.
More to worry about.
He's intentionally trying to hurt you.
Exactly.
That's what's completely different about that type of pain.
People have described getting shot as very intense pain, but sometimes you don't feel it. Like rappers who describe being shot in the face. You don't feel it as much because it's dulling your sense of pain while you're being hit. So sure, it hurts, but it's also turning off your senses because it's damaging your nervous system.
Yeah, so
you can't feel the full pain.
Being shot
isn't a good thing, but I'm glad they were able to recover from that because that's very fatal.
I feel bad for all the people that has been shot, but being shot is nowhere near being stabbed. There's two different things. It's being stabbed is way worse. In pain. Saying in pain,
it's
worse.
Fast-moving object that pierces you, and in some cases can get stuck.
Oh,
so if
that's
it gets
true.
Somewhere vital, you're going to go through a lot more in surgeries and long-term injury, and trying to recover is going to be worse because that was making that more difficult.
What do you think is worse, a stab wound or a shot wound?
I would say being shot is probably more painful, given how certain firearms have bigger bullets with different capabilities.
As that's true. But I do think being stabbed is way worse because if you were to be cut and then skewered like this, if you get stabbed and then they just took it through your belly, that's not even, you can't even save yourself after that. That's kind of done, you're probably done. Yeah, you're pretty much done actually. Thinking about it,
the United States has banned certain knives over a certain distance or of a certain shape because of how harmful or absurd they may be. Like anything, I believe, above 5 inches, it's illegal to be carrying because that's very fatal to a human. So you know, and also any knife with a twist or corkscrew shape is also banned because that's a very
dangerous,
horrific weapon to have on you. There's no reason you need to have that. Hunting knife or purpose tool, regardless, it can still be used for harm. And you shouldn't have that.
That's very true. And also with the guns, like these guns, have you seen these bullets on these guns?
I've seen some very large bullets.
Yes, bro. These guns can put these massive holes in you, but I've seen a hole this big in a human. That's very imagine this right here.
Oh. And that tends into emotional pain because having to witness another human being die, it affects you mentally.
See, that's where emotional pain comes from, because emotional stuff will lead you to do physical things. Like if you watched your let's say someone close to you die by someone and you want to retaliate, you're going to retaliate. You probably are, most likely, if you have the chance. Would you retaliate?
I would, because personally, morally, I would stop myself.
Right.
Retaliating isn't gonna make me or them better.
That's true. But if they were in the emotion of trying to harm you,
yes.
Would
in
you?
The moment, I would defend myself.
You would
now,
defend
revenge and self-defense are two different things.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so let's say he killed the most important person to you in life. Like, this is your everything. And then he was in front of you, mocking you.
That is a very intense experience. And
well, how would you deal with that?
People might even have to go through.
How would you have to deal with that?
I've never been in that situation, so I wouldn't even know how I would react.
Yeah, me either.
It's very nuanced.
That's a very strong. That's a strong
emotion. Someone who took a lot from you, like belittling you and manipulating you emotionally. It's a lot to think
knowing
about.
me and my family's nature, I couldn't handle it. I'll probably.
You saying you would retaliate?
I would. Not even lying. I would. It would just happen. Out of.
Yeah, that's.
Because
right.
It's just this is my family actually, so that's really why. And if I seen that happen personally, I would retaliate badly. It would be a bad day.
Still need it for tomorrow though.
I wouldn't even care about the situation.
Sorry for people who have to go through that and don't get justice or proper recovery, like closure, that they're not able to have.
That's I don't like that. I really don't. But when people have to go through the worst things possible, and then they have to just deal with it, they can't. The person and the worst part is when them people do that, they get out in 2 years. What?
That goes back to our prison system. We need to talk to our government about it and get some reforms going. Because the way the judicial system is right now isn't reforming or deterring crime. It's gone steady. If not, it's gone up.
I don't understand why I killed I accidentally killed and ran over a iguana. Why is it the same sentence of me killing a human? A human, you go 2 years for killing a human, but you get 45 years for killing an iguana. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm so confused.
Humans deserve more justice than that.
Someone died. Someone killed a parrot and got 40 years. Someone killed a human and got 2. I don't get it. 2 years for killing a human being?
That's going to bring our podcast to a close. So
thank you. Wait.
We were wrapping it up now.
Yeah, thank you for listening to Silent Voice. Sharp Voice.
I'm Scott.
I'm Dylan.
And we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.